What's going on? What y'all up to? What y'all doing? Anybody get my live notifications? Anybody in the chat? Anybody want to talk? Anybody want to say what's up? Ooh, why is it over fucking heating, bro? I wonder if it's because of the. Oh, I know why. It's because of the adaptive thing. YouTube is pissing me the hell off. What's going on with my algorithm? Are any of you getting these things, man? I keep getting zero notifications. I feel like I'm being punished by YouTube for some reason. Punished by YouTube for some reason. Am I suppose? For being too. Am I suppose? For being too great. You know what I mean? Anybody in the chat? Oh, yeah, there was a time where I thought things would be very easy. Yeah, there was a time where I thought things would be very easy. Now I'm looking at things and saying, it's not that bad. It's pretty easy. Life's crazy when you're going through so much. But I guess that's with anybody, right? We all deal with crazy shit nowadays. The world's going crazy. People are losing their mothers and their fathers and their children to war. It's real sad when technology plays a part in killing each other. There's no love, there's no respect. You got trolls, you got losers who are just on here trolling people. Like what's going on with immigration. You know, stupid Trump administration is going after people who are actually trying to do everything right in this country. But unfortunately, you know, fuck. A bunch of douchebags. And it's salty too because there are people who say they follow God and they believe in God and they read the Bible and they, you know, and they give to God and they go to church every Saturday and Sunday and they give a percentage of what they make their earnings to the church. It's crazy when you meet people like that. It's pretty fucking sad if you ask me. How can you call yourself a man of God if you... How can you call yourself a person of God if you yourself are a piece of crap? You go around spreading lies, you know, oh yeah, you know, immigrants are taking the jobs, immigrants, they don't deserve to be in our country. But yet our country was founded by immigrants. This entire country doesn't even belong to the pendejos who came over here to Plymouth Rock. If anything, they should have sank when they were fucking fleeing their old country because of their religious persecution. But unfortunately, I guess the winds of change, they got lucky. I guess Beelzebub wanted them not to die. Oh, fuck that shit. That's why you got people that are crazy. And they talk about religion this and religion that. They don't even follow what Jesus Christ taught. Love one another. The person that is the foreign in your country, the person that is foreign to you, treat them as you would treat me. Every person you meet is potentially an angel, is potentially God Almighty. Well, technically, He is God Almighty. We all share that spark of the. We all got that Jesus Christ in us, but a lot of people choose not to see that because they're jerks. That is insane. What y'all up to? Damn. Damn. Nobody joined? Nobody chatted? Yo, what's going on with all my people, man? Nobody's coming out to the live. What the hell, bro? What's going on, yo? What's going on? Well, we were chilling by the pool. I was just rambling and raving about people who consider themselves godly people. Matter of fact, I'm going to change the questionnaire crap. A Call of Duty. Anyways, yeah, if you claim to be a man of God, a woman of God, a person, a child of God Almighty, and you yourself don't practice the word of God Almighty, which is Jesus Christ's teaching of love one another, then you're nothing but a freaking hypocrite. And you're part of the problem, not the solution. You walk around with a bag of gold around your neck and you're unwilling to help people who need it. You are the problem. You talk about freedom this and freedom that, but when people who do bad, you want to tell them it's okay. It's all right to be bad. No, it's not. Everybody deserves the same treatment. Just because you have more wealth doesn't mean that you're better than somebody else. I know people who are worth more than people who are worth millions of dollars. They ain't worth shit. And I would say much to that people are just, people are fooled, easily strayed. They're told one thing over another. It's pretty sad when you think about it. Really sad. Yeah, right now YouTube is suppressing my stuff. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I don't know why YouTube's being like that. I wonder if it's because of everything that's going on in the world right now, maybe. Usually I get maybe 10, 15, 20 people jump into my live saying what's up. I got 0 right now. 0. I don't even know who's watching. I don't know what's going. Lately my devices have been acting weird. The shit's all been acting weird. I don't know what the hell's going on. And it gets me annoyed. What y'all up to? What y'all doing? You guys staying out of trouble? You guys like my background? There we go. Finally. Yo, what's going on, dude? How you doing? How's it? Oh, hi. How's it going, gamer? Surprised somebody jumped in here. Oh, what's going on with YouTube lately? I think they're resetting their algorithm. I'm not sure, but I had to stay out here quite a long time before somebody comes in here, I don't know. I hope y'all seen what I had going right now, talking about people who consider themselves religious and they BS. And I'm talking crap about YouTube right now, suppressing my videos and my views. I mean, I'm not getting millions of likes, but Jesus Christ, I was in the big views, so I don't know what's going on. Not that it matters, but I'm just concerned that there are other people out there who are more important who aren't getting the views that they should get. There are a lot of people out there who want other people to see their content. And, a lot of people are clout chasers, and I would say that all I want to do is just help people, tell them that they're all right. A lot of people out there in this world who don't have much. Sometimes a word is $1 million worth, Hi, Anna. I don't know what that means. Or what kind of, meet and greet a bunch of people. If you're in the chat, if you guys drop me a like, tell me what's up, tell me where you're from, tell me who you are. Are you guys from this country? Are you from the United States? Where are you from around the world? Are you trying to scam people into Bitcoin? What do you believe in? I had on here Fortnite or Call of Duty. Me personally, I like Call of Duty, but it is annoying because there are tons of freaking hackers in there. It's so stupid. I got to pay $150 for a game. Fortnite is not bad. I would have to really, really play it to get good at it, or at least to be pretty decent. Fortnite is pretty cool. I tried it. I'm such a noob. I'm a nub. Horrible. I get treated left and right. I didn't play Minecraft like that, but I do have Minecraft. It's pretty cool. I actually went to school for like 3D art modeling and things, so I know how to use like Maya 3D. I can create 3D simulated worlds. But the unfortunate thing is everything costs so much money. Like my Adobe software, 75 effing dollars. They're like, oh yeah, for 3 months we're gonna charge you like 45, but now after 3 months it's gonna be $77. Thanks. I'm telling you, man. They were just when the Biden administration was up, they sued Adobe because Adobe was making it very hard for you to leave your membership. But getting back to what I was saying, people need to be reassured that love is mutual, that it doesn't matter if you speak English or not, it doesn't matter if you don't speak the foreign language that they speak. Love is something that is translated universally. I swear, this world nowadays, they just don't treat people the way they should. You know, people are too busy about themselves. People forget the main rule of life is be kind to others. You never know what somebody else is dealing with. And it's sad because you got people who know that, but they still treat people like shit. And it sucks because in this world, we're all trying to be somebody. I'm not the only person. You're not the only. There are people out in this world right now who are suffering, who don't have money, who don't have family, who are trying everything they can just to survive by the grit of their teeth. And I would say the digital era has helped a lot of people, but it has also poisoned a lot of young minds. Like those idiots, Andrew Tate and his stupid brother, all this crap about alpha male and shit just so they can clout chase and they groom little girls so that way they can traffic them. Just disgusting. And that's what sucks. You know, clout chasers, they get their money, they get it, and then they go and chase their desires. You know, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna mess with little young underage women. Disgusting, despicable. And there are a lot of people who look up to Andrew Tate and all these morons who call themselves alpha males. They even do the sit down with the females just so that way they can exploit them. You know, it's stupid. It's really stupid. But yeah, I feel like we all can live in this world peacefully, and not peacefully because peace doesn't exist. Peace is just a word that we created to make slavery easy. Oh yeah, there's peace. There ain't no peace. It's a piece of bullshit. They're all freaking liars, man. All they want is to take control of you and tell you what to do. They don't care about you. They care about themselves. And it's sad, really. I know I was telling one of my buddies, like, man, when you want to change the world, you start out with the best intentions. You start out with the greatest foundation, and then all of a sudden you get to the power, and that power, it hits you. It rules you. A lot of people can't sit in a power of position without abusing it. It's just a natural thing that happens. Every single king, every single person who has ever ruled since the beginning of time has had to wean between good and bad and, horrible. I would say there have been worse people out there like Nero. I think he was a Roman king or Roman, whatever the hell he was called. He paraded a man around because he was so beautiful. He made him dress like a woman. He has the famous, he watched his city burn while he drank and played his little freaking instrument. And that's a pretty big word, you know, a pretty big sense of the picture that when you rule and you're given so much power, you could do whatever you want. And a lot of these people who are kings, people who have ruled, people who are ruling right now, they're the ones that let you know that they got the power. But I would say the worst ones are the ones you don't see behind the scenes. Like when I was younger, it astonished me to realize that the people that they show in front of us, they're not the only ones. Like, oh, it's like, oh wow, there's like a handful of millionaires. No, there's a society of millionaires. There's a society of people who make over their bracket, and they're either hiding or they're investing with other people, and they themselves are, you know, a part of the agenda that I guess puts us in control, or puts their control a part of us. You know, like what we eat, what we see, what we watch, what we hear. The puppeteers that are in front of us. You know, the puppet masters behind the scenes. And it's scary to know that, because you could be trying to do good, and the person that you got with you is low key working with the people who are working against you. And it's crazy to know that, because there are people out there who want to make the world a better place, and they're the same people who make the world a worse place. Like, our governments are cruel, and the crazy part is that we're the ones that put them in control. And with all that control, they're still doing whatever they want. Crazy. But you know what got me today too? I was thinking about a movie. You guys ever seen Shazam with Shaquille O'Neal? Holy shit. There's a lot of people online, including myself, who remember Sinbad as the genie and not Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal is the genie in Shazam, but I recall Sinbad as the genie. I recall him just standing next to the kid who says he wished for it to rain like food, and he said bow. When he did that, all of a sudden it started, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, all sorts of food started falling from the sky. And then that's where my memory starts to shift into seeing Shaq do it, holding the umbrella while the food is coming down on him and the kid. So I was looking that up, because then there's another movie that I watched with a friend of mine, and it was called The Relic. And then there's another movie called The Mimic, and or it's called Mimic. So The Relic, oh, look at the butterfly. So The Relic is about a person who turns into a chimera, and he's in the city of Chicago, the National Museum, or one of the museums in Chicago. That's why I liked it too, because it was filmed here in Chicago. And I thought it was starring Mia Sorvino, you know, but that wasn't the case. Mia Sorvino is in the movie The Mimic, and The Mimic is about roaches, or about like a different kind of organism that transforms, and it becomes if they don't stop it from becoming, it'll actually take over the human race, or it'll be the top of the food chain, and the human race goes below it. But yeah, but those are two movies where I thought they were one and the same. I could have sworn Mia Sorvino was in The Relic as the scientist. But then my brain starts to switch and says, no, no, it's another actress who is similar to Mia Sorvino, but not the same. They're two different actresses. But the point of the matter is that for some reason, I keep thinking, I have this in my head that maybe whoever controls the timelines, or maybe this is a glitch, maybe this is all a simulation, and we're all being forced to feel something, and attack each other and to hurt each other, and it's all for nothing. It's just all bullcrap. And it sucks, because it's like it makes it so real that we're trapped. Like, this is really a prison, and it's a prison within a prison of a prison. And it's crazy to know that if that's the case, then why do we have limitations? Why can't we break that barrier? Why can't we? You know, like, I have psychic abilities. I can see people. I can see spirits. Why do I have that gift? Why do other people have the gift of clairvoyancy? There are people who can see spirits. There are people who can converse with spirits. There are people who can be in the room and just be dealing with people trying to go into them, like spirits taking over their body so they can use them as a conduit, or a transmitter, so that way they can speak to their loved ones. It's scary to know that there's so many things going on. You don't know what to choose from. You know, you're like, well, I don't get it. Are we in an effect where this isn't real? This is a fucking program. We're all just being programmed to go against each other and to let this happen. Do we wake up? Like, when do we wake up? Oh, that's what happens when you die. The program is over. So then why am I waiting this long? Because the simulation gives you a reason to not want to quit life. The simulation wants you to be grounded. It doesn't want you to fly off with gravity. You know, like, Everything we're told, everything we're shown, it's what they tell us. We don't know. You don't know if space is real. You don't know if the stars and everything above you is real. You're just being told that. And people will be like, oh, you're crazy. You're stupid. Are you serious? Like, there's history that says it. Galileo proved that the world is not flat, it's round. Yeah, but that douchebag never went to space. He just had no lights around him, and he came from a privileged kind of lifestyle. So again, then you got all these people there. The Homer, he wrote the Odyssey, and of course I haven't seen the movie, but everybody's crying and bitching. Why is there a black woman as Helen of Troy? That's wrong, and all this stupid. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Anyways, excuse my language. It's just annoying. So that's what I'm saying. Homer, who was a poet and wrote those and talked about the story of the Iliad and the epic bit and all that stuff, it's not real. It's not real. The city of Troy was founded to be real, but the historical sense of it is not from the Odyssey. The Odyssey is just a made up fictional story, and everybody thinks it's history. Nobody knows how to open up a fucking book or use their damn phone to use it for Google and say, hey, stupid AI, is the Odyssey real? No, pendejo, is not. It's a fantasy. It is non-real. It is not. It's bullshit. It's baloney. It's malarkey. But yeah, the whole point is Homer was talking about Atlantis. Atlantis existed, but he said he heard it from somebody who heard it from another person and it passed down to him. I believe the other person that heard it was somebody that was considered to be not Confucius. I forgot the guy's name. But anyways, the point is this. Atlantis. You don't find out till later on in life that Egyptians aren't called Egyptians because they live in Egypt. That's not their name. They're not called Egyptians because they live in Egypt. They were known as the Hittites. The people were called that. They lived in Egypt. That's the only reason they coined the phrase Egyptians. Wasn't until they went to excavate the archaeological digs when they went to Egypt to uncover, the wonders of the world, Khufu's pyramids. They even said Khufu didn't even build the fucking pyramids. So again, like I said, this world is either a simulation and the people that are in charge are putting people ahead of themselves to continue the loop. And it's crazy to think that because it's like, why? What is the purpose of creating the loop? Why do we all have to suffer for? Why do we have to suffer? Why do we have to scrunch to be just to live a normal life? Why can't we just fucking live a life without having to pay any drugs upon us? They tell us everything will be fine, but they're lying. Then they use us and our children, parents who went to war to fight for what? For what? For what? If it's bullshit, why are we dying the way we're dying? If it's all bullshit at the end of the day, then why aren't we fucking pushing back against the control? Oh, you know what you're talking about. It's scary. I don't want to lose my life. I don't want to die. I have a lot. You know what? You're going to die eventually. Don't fucking waste it, But let's move on to something else. I was thinking about the time where I got lost at Six Flags. I went to Six Flags when I was a young kid in the 90s with my parents and my brothers. And there was this play area that had like an upside down house, or it was something like for kids. I remember going in there, and I don't know what happened. It kind of felt like an Alice in well, not Wonderland. Was it Alice and through the Looking Glass? Basically, when I was at Six Flags, I don't know how it happened, but I felt like I went into like a shift. Like whatever slit was there, I crossed over into it, and the world I was in was like upside down. It was different. And I knew it was different, from a kid's point of view. And I vividly remember going to this place, and I remember somehow I got out. But when I told my parents about it, after they found me and got mad, what the hell? I fucking drove them crazy. I told them where I was at, and they said that doesn't exist. But the area that I went to did exist physically. It just didn't look like how it was when I went there. People probably tell me that I'm crazy, and I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. I know what I saw and I know what I went through. I'm not gonna say something that I don't know, which sounds crazy. You know what I mean? I'm just saying what I went through. But like even now when I went to Six Flags last week, that area where I got lost at is still there, but they transformed it. It's something different there. It's not what it was once, but it's still there. I remember the area so well. It's like a scar in my brain. It's telling me something's there that opens up. Who knows? Like dimensions and portals. Like right now, they just show. I went to go see that Evil Dead Burn movie. Really super freaking gory. It's not bad. If you like gore, it's horror, but it's a lot more gory, a lot of blood. I mean, it's Evil Dead. What do you expect? But anyways, while I was waiting for the movie to start, they showed this one clip where it's called the end of something street, and basically their area shifted from where they lived to where the dinosaurs were fucking with them. So there's dinosaurs around their little neighborhood, and somehow this little area transformed or was set into some sort of shift where dinosaurs exist, and they're trying to survive the dinosaurs trying to kill them. Not trying, but the dinosaurs are just like it's like an open zoo, basically. Like you're in Africa. Be careful because there's elephants, there's lions, there's gazelles, there's all crocodiles and all that shit. So basically, there's dinosaurs loose, and it got me thinking: are they preparing us? Is there something about to happen, like a crazy monumental shift, or is it a probability? Oh, hey, you know what? Just in case if the world shifts and there's dinosaurs that come out of nowhere because there's no explanation to it. Shit, you know. Like I really do think that, or they said like Oliver Tree, or the guy that died in the helicopter crash. I really didn't get into his music. I got into his music maybe like a month before he passed away, which was pretty sad. So I'm a bandwagoner. But after listening to a lot of his music, I posted a lot of my videos because it did resonate with me. I was going through a lot. I was going through a lot of heartache, a lot of betrayal from people who hurt me that I loved, and I was just dealing with it because when you pull yourself out of something that you attach to, separating all those cords are very difficult, especially because the person or the people who hurt you didn't ever apologize for what they did. And not like I'm expecting an apology because I'm a grown man, but I will say that I gave a lot of unconditional love that warranted an apology. I should have gotten an apology for all that they put me through because all I ever did was be kind. Now, getting back to Oliver Tree and his music and all his stuff, he went to go see Antarctica, and TikTok's content creators were taking out of context or trying to spin the narrative that the world is surrounded by ice, an entire block of ice. It's not flat, or it's flat, not round, or the way our Earth is that it's flat, but there's a dome over us, and what stops us from leaving or from anything coming in is the ice in Antarctica, the wall that's keeping us safe. And then you hear about, and that was that. And then there's holes, I guess, inside Antarctica and the walls that he went to go visit, and supposedly they were saying that that's where the aliens or the ships go through to go down all to the Earth. So like hollow Earth theory, I guess it plays a factor. That they said that during the 1940 during World War II, the Nazis, because Hitler was part of the Odessa cult. Well, he created it with Himmler and these other freaking loser Nazis. Anyways, the point is, they created a cult. They created a fascination through looking for sacred objects like the Lance of Long Inus, which is what stabbed or pierced the side of Jesus Christ when he was on the cross. And it said that he who holds that spear of destiny has the power to control the world, and that the reason the reason Hitler lost, or the Germans lost their grip on the war because they were winning, and what turned them around was Russia. I mean, they have an explanation that the reason why Nazi Germany lost the war because Hitler heavily underestimated the Russians. And the Russians, that's where we get the term scorched earth. They were the first ones to abandon their villages during the harsh winter and burn it down. So when the Nazis who arrived to Russia and they were not prepared for it, the land was scorched, they had to figure out how to survive, and they died to malaria, the cold, food shortage. And the crazy part is Hitler knew about it, but he didn't send any reserves, any rations. He didn't send anything to the Russian side where the Nazis were trying to overtake, and that's what caused the change of the war. However, they said supposedly he had the Spear of Destiny, and in the first half, or at least the first 3 quarters of the war, he was exacting exactly his plan, and he was winning everything. He took a hold of the Jews and started killing them all off. He had most of everybody in his pocket. Venezuela. He had the Latin countries. He smacked the shit out of Spain because they were pussies. He treated the shit out of the French. He basically was it. And the only reason that he lost was because the Spear of Destiny was taken. I'm really wrong. I'm very grateful that the United States stepped in with its allies and it created what we have today, which is unfortunately being undone by the fat fuck in the goddamn office. Excuse my language. I mean, I forgive that guy for being a loser, because when he dies and he's got to answer for his sins, woo, I don't want to be in that hot seat. Hey, Ellie, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm just over here ranting and raving, talking smack about YouTube, not sending out my notifications. I'm getting all upset because, well, I'm not getting upset, but I'm just griping and everything because I'm just whatever. But I'm also talking about like paradoxes, the Matrix, a history of the Nazi Germany's about that's leading to the point of what I was saying. Yo, what's going on, YouTube Fulani? I don't know why you can't understand it. I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm not expecting anyone to understand. I'm just rambling. But if you want to talk about something, let me know what you want to talk about. We can go from there. But if not, whatever. Yes, I apologize. Forgive me. I said sorry. Forgive me. I put on here for the censors, but it doesn't work. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I apologize. Please forgive me. But getting back to the history lesson. Yeah, so Hitler had the possession of the Spear of Destiny. He lost it, and the war was lost. But logistically, the war was lost because of overestimating the Russians and the allies who took advantage of Hitler's and their generals' underestimation of them winning the war. That's why they lost. But getting to what I was saying, the Hollow Earth theory or finding a secret race. Supposedly, the Nazis built the first UFO thing, which is the Bell, and it went to this Antarctica, and they were able to get into this place where they found the doors. And supposedly, a humanoid race or lizard people or people that were somehow living in Earth but not living on Earth. So like, I guess the hollow theory is that it's layered. So there's multiple layers of Earth inside Earth. So there's a layer where there's nothing but volcanic and natural jungles and stuff where it's thriving, and there's animals and dinosaurs that coexist. There's another layer where it's just ice and cold. There's another layer to so many things. Hey, yes, like and subscribe, y'all. I keep forgetting to tell everybody, like and subscribe. You guys are in the chat, jump on in, talk to me, let me know what you want to talk about. I'm just over here rambling on until something else happens. But yeah, I think it's just you. But don't worry about it, it's okay. I'm grateful if anybody comes on here. So thank you, Ellie. You're such a good person. God bless you, sweetheart. I hope you're having a great day. How's it going on with you? Let me know what you want to talk about, or did you eat already yet? I know I'm hungry. I'm getting real hungry. I don't know what I'm going to eat. Maybe something that's not lettuce. But yeah, it's crazy how this world feels like it could be better. And it should be better, but it's not. It's like as a human race, we don't want to make things better. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Why are we animals? I mean, I know we're mammals, but Jesus Christ almighty, can't we all just try to figure it out? Why do we have to, there are rules to follow obviously, but it becomes redundant when when people are following rules but nobody is, 77 today? Oh my. That's actually a really good number. Good for you. I'll probably live to be 127 if I'm lucky. Even if I am lucky, I'll probably go sooner. In a nice way, like to go home, to leave this world. But it ain't done yet. I guess there's a lot of things to do in this world. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to come on here, see if my YouTube was working, see what everybody was up to. I haven't been on YouTube live for a couple days now. My videos that I've been posting, they haven't been going viral. Why does nobody like me? I'm just kidding. My headphones. They're headphones. I usually have like something a little better on me, but I have a mic that I use. But yeah, I'm outside. I am enjoying the weather, the sun. Kicking it by the pool. Just enjoying life. Trying to figure one thing out at a time. Waking up, being grateful. It started with me talking about like this world being the Matrix. Like, what is the point of keeping us in the Matrix? Like, why are we being, and not the Matrix per se, but this thing called life. Why does it have to be why does it operate the way that it does? Why is it that when you get into a position of power, people choose to be evil? Like, you always have a choice. The choice is always yours. Do you choose to be a good person and not take advantage of the position? Do you choose to rule right? But then again, what is right? Anybody can tell you that what they're doing is right, even though it feels wrong. It feels like the wrong people are in charge. It feels like the whole element of just trying to operate, living with each other is wrong. It doesn't have to be about one party versus another party. It doesn't have to be about who has more than the other. How can you have that much money in this world and be miserable? How can you fund good things for people to happen and then you are also the same person making it worse and harder for other people to live a life? You got people who come from out of the country to try to make better lives for themselves and their children. For lunch, I'm probably just going to have a ham sandwich. I was going to go out to grab something to eat, but I can't be spending money like that. And even if I did have millions of dollars, a homemade meal is usually good. I did want some spaghetti. I love making spaghetti and meatballs. Delicious. Tonight, though, I'm not sure. I think we're going to have steak or we're going to have chicken. I think it's chicken or steak. Don't worry. I'll send up a video. What about you, Ellie? What you going to eat? What are you going to have tonight? Or what are you going to have for lunch? If you already had lunch. Do you guys add like apples or any fiber or anything to your meals to help you feel fulfilled? But yeah. Or like, what about the human experience of feeling? Like the physical touch of pain? Like, this is a simulated world. Why are we allowed to feel pain? Like physically, not emotionally. Well, I guess emotionally too. I guess this world will be boring. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm just talking to myself. Just talking to myself. I admit me. Nice. Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about that. I apologize. Forgive me. I've been going through a lot this past weekend. I'm just trying to get out of my head. And the Midwest is real nice right now. Illinois, it's really nice out here. It's a real beautiful day today compared to how it's been. Like the Canada fires, the forest fires, the smoke. It's definitely not so bad. We got a lot of clarity right now. I don't know if it's gonna make a part two, but those are you guys being affected by the Canadian forest fires? Did you guys get any toxicity alerts and for your breathing air? I know we were really high up in the category. They were like, if you're gonna go outside, don't go outside. Bare minimal, and your pets leave them in. You got to go outside, make it short. Don't be out there long. Really crazy. But I know like right now it's okay. It's not so bad. You don't really see it as you did earlier. It was really thick. Oof, very hot. Yeah, I would take hot over humidity. The humidity is horrible here in Illinois. That humid is just ugh. It adds like it just like shrinks your skin in. It's like wearing a suit of humidity and sweat. It's horrible. Your arms get all condensed with sweat. If I didn't have a mustache or a beard, my sweat would be drooping down my face. I'm due for a haircut. I'm gonna get a trim. What do you guys think? Hair on or hair off? Okay. Oh, that smoke. Yeah, I know. When I walked outside, I don't know what is it, but I like burning wood. Burning wood smells good. The firewood smells good. Not like on fire like the houses and the forest, but I like the smell of it. Yeah, but that smoke that you're smelling or that you're inhaling, that's dangerous. And they're saying that it's equivalent to smoking 7 cigarettes. That's insane. Especially if you don't smoke, being so young. You got to think about like the elderly people, you know? Yeah, the world is going crazy right now. Just so many things. So many things. It's just crazy. It's crazy to know that in 100 years the world may still be, well, the world will be existing, but will we? Will there be a higher form of us that are more intelligent, more empathetic or sympathetic to people? I like to believe that in 150 years, life could be better. People aren't struggling to make ends meet. There's enough to go around for everybody to want to elevate themselves or just stay mid, you know? There's nothing wrong living a life like that. I know plenty of people who work at Burger King, McDonald's. They work in warehouse jobs, making bare minimum. It's kind of crazy to think that in 150 years, I won't exist. There's a lot of us that just get faded out into memory. I was just watching like Neil Young, the guitar artist, the rock and roller. He was talking about his song, "Hey Hey My, the King is Dead." Is it better to is it better to fade out or to burn out? You know, burnout is like you go out with a bang, everybody remembers your name, or you fade out and you live a life that is invisible. And if you're okay with living that life, then you'll be all right. My other live that I had, but I deleted it because I wasn't getting any play. I don't know, like again, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't mean to cry like a little crybaby. But I was also talking about Nirvana, the man who sold the world. I didn't realize that was a David Bowie cover. And then when I read the reviews of David Bowie talking about the song, he said himself that if most people don't realize that that song is a cover, that it was so good how Kurt Cobain sang the song the way he did, that people didn't even realize that it was a cover, that he was actually pretty impressed by that. Ooh, the fair. That's awesome. I hope you have fun. They'll probably give you tickets in exchange for money. So have fun for me. Have some popcorn, some cotton candy, a corn dog. Go on the Ferris wheel. Be safe when you go on those rides. Don't overdo it now. Don't want to ruin your appetite for later, unless you're gonna have something there. What else? Yeah, those songs. The Man Who Sold the World. It's. I had asked Google AI. Like to me, it sounded like "Heart You." I had I was talking to the AI Google about my what I was thinking about the song "Man Who Sold the World" was about, and the Aaron one. Oh, they're not so bad. I go on tons of rides when I go to Six Flags. I was freaking out when I went on the last one. I was like scared to get on all these rides, but once I'm on there, I'm on there. Yeah, but the Man Who Sold the World, AI and I got into a debate about it because the AI was saying, well, it could be looked at. Because my theory was the man who sold the world, he didn't recognize himself because he sold his soul. And he didn't realize that it took a toll on him. And that's why he has no recollection of himself. So he passed himself up, not realizing that he was different. I liked going on the Wrath of Kasha or Kashka or whatever it's called. It's the ride that takes you out, and then as you get to as you're near the platform, you go over the edge. It holds you at a 90-degree, and then it releases you. That all of them are scary when you're on it. But honestly, after you get off of them, they're not scary. I would say that I went on the X Flight one or the X Force. Oh my god, that was crazy. They like put you on, they put you on a harness, they drive you all the way to the entrance, and then they tease you for like 5 or 7 seconds, and then bow, they shoot you at such a fast one. And you're like, whee! I don't like the giant drop. I don't like the giant drop. I've been on it a handful of times, and I just don't like it. I would say the giant drop. I don't like to me, the giant drop is scary only because I've heard about people losing their limbs, losing their legs, or they get stuck up there for hours. It's a scary thing to be like 300 feet in the freaking air for like hours. Like, Jesus Christ. Making promises. I'll be a good person. I'll go to soup kitchens and help the homeless, and then bow, they release you. You made promises, you better keep them. But yeah, the Man Who Sold the World, the AI argued that the Faustian deal does make sense. However, the man who sold the world and passed himself up is an analogy for you sold out. So he didn't sell his soul, but he sold out for fame, and he didn't recognize himself passing himself up. And it took him a long, long time to realize that that was him. So he was dead inside, hollow inside. And it's a scary theory to hear because you're arguing with AI, and AI's like, yeah. I was like, man, I've beat you before on chess. To me, the man who sold the world is somebody who sold his soul. And the AI argued that technically you can't sell your soul because it's not yours to sell in the first place. You can't barter with your soul because it wasn't something that you took. It was something that was given to you. So you can't give it away. It belongs to the original, What are you living in again? Oh, Illinois. I'm in the Midwest. Chicago. Town. Chicago, the Bean, Lake Michigan. They got suburbs. Naperville, Aurora, Brookfield. You go further out, you got Aurora, Joliet. You got I know I said Naperville again. Another ego. Yeah, I could do that. I'm not getting any play right now, though. I don't know what I did to anger the YouTube gods, but apparently YouTube God algorithm does not like me at the moment. But I'll still keep posting videos. I'm sure they'll take off sooner or later. I'm not worried about that. I just get so impatient. Bless you, Mito. I just get so impatient. I get so, I got worked up the other day going to work. I had to go to the dentist, and they're like, oh, yeah, be here at 12 o'clock. So I get there 5, 10 minutes before because I have to pay for parking. I get in there and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're not gonna be seen till like about 1 o'clock." And I'm like, "I have to pay for parking. I pay." And I was being, I don't know. I just got mad. It made me mad. I didn't have nothing to eat. I had to go to work at 2:30, and it only takes me about 30 minutes to get to work. So I got freaking mad, and I kind of snapped at the lady. I mean, I didn't get mad at her, but I was all like, what the heck? Why are you telling me coming at 12? And oh, it's only been 15 minutes. Like she was trying to tell me to be cool. Like don't trip. It's only 15 minutes. But you know what? That's bullcrap. I have to be there at 12 o'clock and I have to wait an hour to be seen. Oh, we only have one dentist on right now. There's only one guy here doing the cleaning. You don't know what a common courtesy call is? You don't know how to text people? You don't know how to let them know what's up? Like, I don't know. I felt entitled and I got mad. So my ego was like on point. And again, it could have been because I was freaking hungry. But come on. I had stuff to do. I had to go to work. I set it for that point. So long story short, I ended up resetting it for Friday next week at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I'm going to get dropped off. I say she, like she, SHIE, not the actual profanity. But anyways, yeah. And then I went to work, and that made me even more mad. Because when I got into work, it wasn't what they were saying it was. The temp agency was saying, this is what it's going to be. I got into work, and it was just easy job. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It gets me into so much trouble. Or I just get myself riled up. And you know what it was? I hadn't been out of the house for 4 days because, like I said, I've just been recharging my darn battery. I've been trying to relax. I've just been taking it easy with everything that I've been going through because I don't want to take it out on anybody. But as soon as I left the house and I started my day, I knew that I was just gonna end up messing it up. So when I went into work, I was already mad. I wasn't mad, but I was like, I was upset. And the place that they sent me, it made me look at the people who were there, and I appreciated my life even more because there were a lot of hardworking people there. They show up every day despite the crap pay that they're given. They're not even treated right. The people who are hiring these people are the ones that just use them and they give them little pay. And it sucks because it's like, give people what they're worth, man. Don't give them crap pay for your part. Oh, we're trying to save money. Yeah, the money you save, you're giving it yourselves. What the, get out of here. But anyways, got to work. They gave me my workstation day, and I kept getting I was at the trash. I was sanitation, so I had to pick stuff up, throw crap away. Easy job, real freaking easy. But there were some things I didn't like, and it was dangerous. We had to throw stuff away. One of the guys almost fell in the darn garbage chute. I was like, bruh. And then we were throwing away garbage. We were throwing away bags that were open that contained flour, cinnamon, all sorts of baking things. They had a fan blowing on us, so when we threw the stuff in the baler, all the flour and cinnamon would either blow away from us or getting our nostrils. Because everything we're throwing away, taking by hands, and they wrap it up in like saran wrap. It's like I said, it's insane. I was like, oh my god. And the guy that I was working with was like, he was only there. That was his third day. That was his third day. That was crazy. I was like, how many years have you been here? He's like, oh no, I've only been here for 3 days. I was like, whoa, that's crazy, Mike. That's crazy. and it was just one of those things where I was like, oh my god. And then I got, hey, how's it going, man? How you doing? Sorry, I'm in the sun, so forgive me. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? Hope you're doing great. Hope you don't mind me just talking my mouth off. I'm over here just yapping and yapping. And yeah, I'm just yapping. Hope you're doing great. Oh, wow. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing great. Thanks for bringing it around. That's nice. Hope y'all are doing great. Hope y'all having fun. Hope y'all get to enjoy tonight. But, Yeah, I got lucky. They let me out of work earlier than I expected. I ended up going to see the movie that I wanted to go see, The Evil Dead Burn. Great movie, by the way. Great movie. Just really gory. But yeah, my day ended up turning out to be better. And I emotionally kind of broke down, because I didn't feel pretty good about myself because I felt like everything was just heavy on me. I finally went to go eat something at Burger King and it was delicious. But man, I don't know why food tastes better when you're crying for some reason. It just tastes so good, you know? It tastes really good for some reason. I don't know why, but it tastes really good. But yeah, I was just breaking down in Burger King like, ah, God, Jesus. And then I went to go meet up with my family, and then we went to go see the movie. And I had talked to one of my people, and they were talking to me about the little stuff that I was going through. I had talked to somebody on my TikTok, and I guess I must have scared them because they ended up blocking me. You know, clown head. Oh no, it's just the image art that I had from a while ago. I didn't think anybody was gonna see my live, to be honest. I just posted whatever was gonna get me attention. Um, Maybe you could be more specific. What clown hat? Um, but yeah, I guess at the end of the day, everything kind of worked out for the better. I was supposed to go to work Tuesday or Wednesday and today, but they ended up calling off my job assignments, so I have no work. So now I have to either go out there and go to work and go do something. That's okay. I was appreciated for anybody to join. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mia. Appreciate you. You're a very good person. Thank you. Hey, Gianna. Hope you're having a great day. You and your sister. You both seem really nice. Um, but yeah, I'm not really expecting anybody to see my lives or to interact. I'm not really worried about it. I just hope whoever does hear it or sees it, I hope they take something from it. I got a lot of rambling going on here. But yeah, the next live I do will probably be a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit less wingy. I'll definitely be adding more to it. But I have both. I have a big dog named Oso, and I have a cat named Felicity. And yes, I chose the cat's name. I'm not sure what time. If I do, it's not gonna be random. If I do it tomorrow, it probably will be at 10:30 in the morning. 10:30. I'll probably take pictures of them and use them as my background or make a little small video of them. I could do that. Yeah, I got you, Ellie. I'll shoot a video of them in it. Maybe do a funny video with them in it. Thanks for the inspiration. I'll definitely do that. Hold on, let me take a screenshot. Definitely got to remember that. But what about you, Ellie? Do you have any cats? Any dogs? Any birds? Any iguanas? I knew somebody who had a pet snake. That was scary. I was like, that's cool. I don't want to meet your Burmese python. That's great. I have my book here, and the bees are all over my book. I don't know why. They better be careful. I thought I went on your page. I'll definitely go on your page. I went on your page. I thought I hit subscribe. I'll definitely take another look again once I get off this live because I'm about to get off in about 30 seconds or in a minute. But yeah, no, I went on there. I thought I liked it. I got you, Eddie. I promise. I'm gonna go on there. I apologize. I thought I subscribed to your channel. I'll go up on it and I'll give it a double take and I'll comment on one of your pictures, one of the whatever you have posted there. Okay. But yeah, no. Whoever hears this, thank y'all for hearing. Thanks for joining my live. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, heck yeah. You already know. That'd be nice. You should do it live, if you're able to, because I know not everybody's able to go live. Because I know it's, especially if you're very young, you got to be careful. There are unfortunately bad people out here on this app or on other apps that are just up to no good. Just I don't want to even get into it. I don't want to get into it. But yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I'm hungry. I'm gonna grab something to eat, and then if anything, I will be on tomorrow at 10:30. I'll make some lives. I'll take some pictures of my pets and as per request by Miss Ellie over here. You guys have fun. Be safe, ladies. Be safe when you go to the fair tonight. Stay close to your family and enjoy a hot dog and some popcorn and some cotton candy for me and some pop or some water. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.